As mentioned, you've got that wind advisory for Sacramento, could have those gusts up to 50 miles an hour just outside of any severe weather. And then we also have torcons of 2 to 3 for this area. I can't stress this enough. It's not unheard of, but it's rare enough that you need to have a plan in place ahead of time. If you're in this area shaded in the 3 torcon, know where you go in your home if you find yourself in a tornado warning or even, Jim, a severe thunderstorm warning with that possibility for those damaging wind gusts.
Yeah, and they might even mention in those.
Yeah, let's take a look ahead to the T-Mobile coast-to-coast forecast and give you a peek at temperatures in your area as you plan your travel for the week ahead, because as Jim has mentioned, it's going to be a little bit of an up and down for some of us. Here's what we're looking at today. You can see the big focus of most of our active weather out west, stretching into portions of the Rockies. Quiet for much of the country. This is what we're looking at by tomorrow. Mid-60s in Kansas City. You can see that warmth spreading north into places like Chicago. NYC 36 for you for tomorrow. By Wednesday, hump day, we're still seeing some of that active weather for the western portions of the country. Looking east, 68 in Kansas City. Beautiful, beautiful midweek. By Thursday, we've got rain overspreading the Ohio River Valley. That is going to be a cold rain for some of us. Meanwhile, 50 degrees in Denver, 52 for Denver on Friday as well. Miami, you're up into the lower 80s. Meanwhile, the rest of the eastern portions of the country on Friday are looking at rain and even the possibility for some if I've ever seen one. Maybe you're a passenger on an airline today, and hopefully you're not dealing with any of these airport impacts weather-wise anyways. Now, we're expecting most of the weather-related air impacts to be along the west coast. You can see some of our major hubs, LAX, SFO included in that, but Salt Lake City, you can see some of those weather-related impacts and still some of those impacts hanging around there in central Florida after a rough day for South Florida yesterday. Had a little bit of lake effect snow hanging out, but that is starting to dwindle. When I say it's dwindling, I mean that the actual snow falling from the sky is dwindling because the snow that has fallen is hanging around over a foot in Watertown, and with temperatures like we have out there this morning, that is going to stick around. You want to bundle up as you're heading out the door. Jim.
All right, winter isn't the bully it wants to be.
Well, we'll bring you news stories every day throughout the month of February. You can also catch more coverage on Pattern. Here's what's ahead today at noon. A popular furniture
Felicia and
retailer.
Lynette, we're going to have to talk about severe weather across areas of Sacramento. And then, of course, the mountain snow, feet of snow coming for the Sierras, which is good news. But, of course, a lot of this coming in a very short amount of time.
Exactly. Dangerous situation in some spots there. We'll get back to you in a moment. Thank you, Colleen.
Yeah, thanks so much, Colleen. Well, in the meantime, the U.S. is on the fast track toward electric vehicle adoption, but our infrastructure has some catching up to do.
Yes, our Jim Cantori explored the idea with climate scientist Catherine Hayhoe. So, yeah, change is scary. You know, I think that we just need more years, before to really unveil it. And then I think everything will be much better for people.
It makes me think of that saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is like right now.
Exactly.
And so we've got to get on the ball. Well, for more stories like this, check out
Let's go back to Colleen with the weather because, again, lots unfolding in California.
Yeah, and I want to focus on that snowpack because, of course, that is the main elevation. So a lot going on there, even in the higher elevations, but also in the lowlands with all the flooding going on.
And we're just getting started. We still have the rest of tomorrow and into early Wednesday to go. Thanks so much, Colleen. It is a mess out there.
It is a mess out there.
Well, we're heating things up on today's Hot Topics, an all-new type of Colleen. Now, you know Pattern is your home for the latest news in climate change and sustainability. Thanks for sticking with us. I'm Felicia Combs.
And I'm Lynette Charles. Let's get into today's Hot Topics.
Yeah.
Fake plants, a decoration, or an unlikely clean energy source.
Or both.
Yeah, maybe. Introducing a literal
around like a campus, and they can collect energy to power maybe the street lights or something. So I'm sure it's like in the newest beginning stages, but I don't know. There's something missing with a fake plant for me.
Yeah, because just fake plants in general. I don't like a fake plant in general.
Right.
But this fake plant is actually helping. So, because I don't feel like fake plants help anything. They're plastic.
Yeah,
but this one, you have the sensors on there, and it's a double sensor. So you have a source. Usually, like you have one. Like you have the solar panels. That's just one. If you don't have the sun, then it's not going to work.
Right.
You know.
Well, I need to see how much power they're generating. I need to see if the fake plant to power ratio is beneficial for me. Okay. Well, future waves of climate data could be coming from a whole new source. scuba divers. 2 Degrees C is an organization, a total win-win, because if you are a diver, if you're a scuba diver, you know how much goes into learning that and that being your hobby, and you love it.
Exactly.
So most of those people who do scuba diving, they're invested in the health of the oceans and the waters.
Exactly.
So I'm sure they'd love this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you love what you love scuba diving, and then you're helping the environment too.
Double win.
Exactly. All right, so small changes can make a big difference. That's why one of the largest retailers in the world is putting plastic on the chopping block. About time, right?
Somebody here in the U.S. doing this as well. I was grocery shopping, and I was like, wait, why is this nice plush toilet paper that's usually more expensive than all the other ones less expensive? And it's because they changed from the plastic wrap to paper wrap, and they wanted to reassure me, don't worry, it's still the same. We're just in paper now. It was the same. And I love to see it. I think it's great. Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds good. The first climate change talk show rolls on this Monday. A responsibility to the environment, how giving whales...
The amount of intelligence, because I like hook up my robot vacuum cleaner and I'm like, good job, girl.
Yeah.
Talking about like these creations, amazing.
They are amazing, and I like the fact that it's faces of change as well.
Yeah.
So we need more of these faces. If we have more of these faces, then we'll have more good going into the environment as well.
The more people
Yes.
thinking about it and inspired, the better off we all are. Well, artificial intelligence is stepping into the world of interior design, and one furniture company is using it to bring sustainable floor plans to life.
I like that. From 3D printed furniture to algae walls that produce their own energy, Jordan Steele shows us trends to look forward to.
IKEA.
Wow.
Okay, so the beginning part of that where they were like, oh, the holographic dance party with like friends from far away. I'm like, don't worry, I'm just hanging out with my my holographic friends here. But I guess if it was like you were all kind of, having a party and I could see you and you could see me even though we were holographs, that would be kind of cool.
That would be cool. But I've been waiting for, I'm excited about this because the Jetsons, I've been waiting for the Jetson type-esque stuff, for all my life. So it's excited. 6 more years before this actually is unveiled. So that's pretty cool.
I mean, we're getting pretty close. And I feel like the rate at which we're making advances toward things like this is just getting faster and faster.
It is.
So who knows what 6 more, you might be a holograph in 6 more years.
Hello, Felicia.
She's sitting on her couch at home, but she really looks like she's on TV. There we go.
All right, let's go check the weather with Colleen. There you go, Colleen.
I'm actually on my couch, too.
I think you guys are confusing a robot with a hologram. That's a robot. A holograph would just be like normal Colleen.
I know, yeah. Actually, Lynette and I are doing robots. I don't know, you said Jetsons, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's wild. Because I did watch the Jetsons as a kid. Yeah. All right, switching gears, let's talk about the West Coast because we do have a California. Felicia and Lynette.
All right, Colleen, thank you.
Dangerous couple of days.
Hey, and here is what's coming up tomorrow on Pattern. The Kansas City Chiefs and their fans are...
Stick around.